Yo, what's going on, guys? So I've been living in Thailand here for 3 months now, and I want to go over 10 plus things that I wish someone had told me before I came. So the first thing is that they actually speak the least amount of English in Bangkok. Now, for me, that was like super surprising because Bangkok is such a well-known city. It's been in movies and whatnot, so I would think they speak like the most English, but from my experience, they actually speak the most English in Phuket. And then from there, it's probably like a tie between Pattaya and Chiang Mai. But I was talking to a Thai girl and she was telling me that like a lot of people from the provinces come to work in Bangkok, and so that's probably why they speak the least English there. But I don't really hear anybody like talking about that, so I don't really know why. But yeah, from my experience, like they speak the least English in Bangkok, and that was super surprising for me. Number two is going to be the best time to come is actually going to be in the low season during like the rainy season, right? Now that's if you're staying for like 2 weeks or longer, right? If you're staying for like a week, you might not want to like not be able to go outside for like 2 or 3 days out of the 7, right? But during the rainy season, like I thought that it would be raining like the entire day basically, and you'd have to like stay in the entire day. But from my experience, normally it'll rain for like 10 minutes or so and then stop, and then maybe a few hours later like it'll rain for another 10 minutes and then stop. It's not like it's like downpouring like the entire day. So yeah, the rainy season, it's not even all that bad. And on top of that, prices are usually like half off, right? Right now is the high season, and I was looking at some places that I stayed when I first came in June during the low season, and the prices are like double basically what I paid like just a few months ago. So that was crazy, but yeah, you can definitely find some great prices during the so-called rainy season. Number three is going to be that Visa MasterCard is like king over here, right? If you have credit cards, a lot of places don't accept American Express. And that's not just in Thailand. I've experienced that in like Malaysia and the Philippines and Taiwan. I would say Taiwan more so they accept American Express, but yeah, definitely here in Thailand, most places are not going to accept American Express, so make sure you have a Visa credit card because you're going to need it. The next point is going to be if you can't use your credit cards like for whatever reason when you're trying to buy like a plane ticket, you can actually like order the plane ticket online and then pay for it at a 7-Eleven. And I did that. I thought that was like super cool because I've never seen that like anywhere, right? I feel like the 7-Elevens in Asia are way better than in America. Like in America, I would typically avoid going to 7-Elevens because like Target is kind of the like one-stop shop to get like whatever you need. Whereas here in Asia, like 7-Elevens are just everywhere and they're super convenient. On top of that, you can pay for like a phone bill or like an electricity bill. Like that was just super surprising to me. And in Taiwan, when you're ordering a package, you can actually have it sent to like a 7-Eleven near you, and then like go pick up the package and pay for it at the 7-Eleven. So that was super cool. I don't know if they have that here in Thailand, but yeah, just some things to note. And for the next point, I would say get the Wise card. This is basically like a debit card. It runs on Visa, so it's gonna work here. But essentially, you can transfer money directly from your bank account into like Thai baht, and it'll go to your Wise card. And then with that, you can basically go around and use that card like pretty much anywhere. And this way you can avoid the like ATM fees, because normally it'll be like $5 or $6 to take out money of your account, and sometimes you might be charged like twice. Like I've seen that in my own bank accounts. Like for whatever reason, I'm charged like $5 or $6 like 2 times for one transaction. So that's just annoying. And by getting the Wise card, you can sort of get around that. Or if you don't want to do that, just take out a lot of money at once to avoid those transactions because they add up over time. My next point is going to be learn to negotiate. Here in Asia, it's expected. So pretty much everywhere that you go, you're going to have to negotiate. When you first get here, you're probably going to spend a little bit more, or maybe a lot more than you should be spending. For example, at one point I went to this doctor or whatever, and she prescribed me like some like antibiotics and some sort of cream, and she told me it's going to be like 10,000 baht. And I was like, 10,000 baht, like that's almost like $300 US, like for some antibiotics and like an antifungal cream or like whatever it was. Like that seems pretty ludicrous, like even very expensive in America as well. So I was like, nah, I'll just go to like a pharmacy and see what they have. And she was like, oh, okay, like in that case it'll be like 1,000 baht, including her consultation. So she saw like the American passport or whatever, like when I was checking in, and yeah, she was just trying to charge me a ludicrous amount of money. And yeah, so just be ready to negotiate here in Thailand because it is a necessity. And one tip as far as that goes is just the number one thing that you can do is just don't be in a hurry to buy. If you're not in a rush, then you're gonna have all of the power, right? If you waited until the last moment to get like some sort of accommodation or to buy some product or service, now they are gonna have the leverage because you're out of time and you need to buy like right now, right? If you're not in a rush to buy, then what you can do is basically talk to not only them, but to go talk to like other vendors and basically see how low you can get the price and see like what you should actually be paying. So this brings me to my next point, and that is don't spend more than 5,000 baht on a 3-piece tailored suit here in Thailand. When I first got here, I was on the walking street or whatever, and I was approached, and basically I ended up buying a 3-piece tailored suit for about 10,000 baht. At the time it was about like $300 US. So the suit, it was like tailored to me. It fits like very nice. It looks very good, and I'm happy with my purchase. But as I've been like walking around, because like when you're walking around these walking streets, there's so many people who are selling suits, right? It's a good business, I guess. So I've talked to a bunch of like different like sellers, and over time I've been able to see that the lowest they're willing to go is around like 5,000 baht, right? So that's like the actual price. Like if a local is buying a suit, they're probably gonna pay right around that like 5,000 baht, maybe even a little bit less than that, right? So yeah, that's just a lesson in negotiation. And yeah, guys, if you're buying like a suit made out of the stretchy material, you could get them to go even as low as like 4,000 baht because it's not as expensive of a material, right? So that's just something to know. The next point is going to be learn to drive a scooter before you come here to Thailand if you can. Here in Thailand, and really in Asia in general, like basically everyone drives scooters. Like it doesn't matter if you go to Malaysia, it doesn't matter if you go to the Philippines, it doesn't matter if you go to Taiwan, like everyone is driving scooters. Of course, some people drive cars, but you know, as far as like getting around and having that mobility to get around traffic, especially if you're in like Bangkok or something. Although I don't recommend driving a scooter in Bangkok because the traffic is crazy. It gives you so much mobility, and if you learn in the States before you come, it's just going to be easier because you don't have to learn like while you're here in Thailand. My next point is going to be, just because you have your international driver permit does not mean that you can legally drive a scooter. If you are just licensed in your own country, in America, to drive a car, right? Cause just like in America, how you have like a license for like a like standard car or like a semi truck or like a scooter or motorcycle, right? Here in Thailand, they also have like different licenses. So if you have a license for a car and you have your international driver's permit, but you're driving a scooter here in Thailand and you get pulled over, you might actually get fined. So that's something to note. I've heard of people getting fined like 2,000 baht. It's like $60, right? Now I know that a lot of people drive without having any of that, but you know, it's just something to note. I'm personally working on getting my Thai license now. It's not even like a hard thing to do. The cool thing is that if you have, you know, a driver's license, you can actually go to like a visa agent and basically have them convert that into like a Thai license for you. If you have your like scooter license, they can also convert that into like a Thai scooter license, right? But if you don't have a Thai scooter license, basically you are going to have to take like a Thai like driving course basically. And basically it's going to be like 2 days. You just watch a bunch of videos. The second day it's the same. And then at the end there's like a practical driving course. The hardest part is going to be that you have to drive for 10 seconds on like a narrow beam without like falling off and like losing your balance basically. So it's not that difficult. It'll just take up like 2 days of your time, and as long as you pass that, you're gonna get your Thai scooter driving license. So that way, when you get pulled over, the Thai police are gonna be super surprised and probably happy that you have your Thai license, because there's so many tourists who are just riding around with like no helmet, no shirt, like just not giving a fuck about Thai law at all. So they'll probably will just be happy and send you on your way, right? So that's something to know as well. Another thing, if you have hair like me, if you have like curly hair, right, I would say bring your own hair products. You know, here in Thailand, like our type of hair is not the norm, I would say. So sometimes it can be difficult to find those certain products that we need. On top of that, a lot of the products are in like Thai. So I remember the first time I came here, I was just like guessing as far as like what I need. And yeah, it can be difficult to find certain products. But this is actually gonna bring me to my next point, and that is download the app called Lazada. Lazada is basically like the Amazon of Thailand. It's just super convenient because it's just online shopping. And what I love about this app is that you can search for things in English and they will actually pop up. So that is just like super convenient, because if you're out and about and you are shopping, like most things are going to be in Thai, whereas here you can just search in English and find exactly what you need and have them delivered straight to your door. So that's one way you can search for certain like hair products if you need them, and you might be able to find them there as well. So the last 2 points may be obvious to some, but may not be as obvious to others. But the next point I'm gonna say is, when you're first coming here to Thailand, you need an Onward ticket. I've heard like some YouTubers say, oh, like don't even get an Onward ticket, like it doesn't matter. And there's some truth to that, because the first time that I came, they asked me for the Onward ticket. The second time that I came, the guy, he didn't ask me for anything, right? But it's better to be like safe and be prepared so that you're not holding up the immigration line, because the first time that I came, I didn't have the Onward ticket, and so I literally had to buy the ticket like right on the spot. It took me like 10 minutes. I was holding up the line because I had like some slow internet connection, right? So you guys, just be prepared when you're first arriving here. You can buy a cheap ticket, like literally $30 to like $50 to Malaysia or to like Cambodia, for example. And you're probably just gonna have to take the L on that. Just consider it like the cost of doing business, right? Because I don't see like a lot of airlines that offer refunds. so it just is what it is. The next and final point, I'm going to talk a little bit about the visa situation, because when I was first coming here, I saw a bunch of different videos and they were just confusing like the whole visa situation, and I really don't understand why, because it's, you know, extremely easy to understand. It's not like fucking rocket science, you know? So I don't understand why they're making it so difficult. Like people were saying that you can do like a visa run and just go to Cambodia and all this stuff, and it's like basically all you need to know is that if you want, you can get a tourist visa. That's going to give you 2 months. Then you can go extend that again if you'd like for another month for 1900 baht if you do it yourself. If you go to a visa agent, it'll basically be twice the price. So it'll be 4,000 baht, and they will handle all of the paperwork and keep you from waiting at the immigration office for like 3 to like 5 hours or however long it takes. Right, so I just hire a visa agent, but as an American, you also don't need a visa either. You can just show up and get like a 30-day visa on arrival. It's actually like a visa exemption, and then you can get that extended for those same prices, you know, 1900 if you go to the immigration office yourself, or 4,000 if you go through a visa agent. All right, as far as staying long-term, you can basically get like an education visa for 1 year. You can like study Thai, you can study Mandarin, you can study like German, Japanese. Thai is like the cheapest, right? If you study the other languages, it might be a bit more expensive because they might only offer like private lessons basically. Other than that, I've seen that you can also do like a 1-year Muay Thai, like education visa. In Chiang Mai, they have like a 1-year basically like defense school where they teach you like self-defense in terms of fighting, and then also believe that they show you how to handle guns and whatnot. I saw like a 6-month education visa where you can do like cooking, right? So there's different options, but those are, I would say, the main ones as far as like an education visa goes. And for the education visa, you can stay on it for up to 3 years. You just have to renew like each year basically. But yeah, that's basically how that works. I hope you guys got some good insight out of this video. If you have any more questions, just let me know. Get your passport, guys. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. And as always, keep dreaming while you're awake. Peace.
You ever wonder what it feels like when dreams bleed into real life? Seeing scenes from TV get realized. Palm trees, a soft breeze, and chilled ice till tides wash away our problems in the spilled wine.